And we are live on the poop deck. This should be interesting. This is my first live stream. Believe it's live anyway. It says it going live. So I'm going to guess it's live. Guess it's a lively question. Of course, there's nobody in the chat room yet. Didn't really let anybody know I was going live. Hey, Walt, what's up, buddy? Good to have one person in the chat. I just wanted to test this live stream thing out, which I've never done before. Woo, can you hear me all right? Hope so. Oh, what's up? What's up? Looks like I'm coming through. Nice, nice. I have never done a live stream before. And yeah, it was quite the switch over because I couldn't use my normal camera that I record with and I had to switch everything around, and that kind of sucked, but hey, how's it going, Emily? I can't wait to see too. I'm not really sure how to go with it. I imagine just have a list of topics to bring up and see what everybody else wants to talk about. At least that seems to be the main thing everybody does. Whoa, what's up, Uncle Dan? Howdy from PA. Texas is in the house. I like that. Well, I was saying howdy from my state. I know you're from Texas. I figured that out. Oh, True Signs. What's going on, buddy? Another good media channel out there, news channel. Thumbs up for that. Oh, Big Dog. Now that man builds quality leather products. I enjoy seeing everything he's making. Oh, Liberty Outdoors. What's up, buddy? I hope that grandson's not wearing you out. Whoa, Jet, how's it going? This is way more than I thought I was going to get in here, to be honest. Huh, that is true. I can vouch for that, Uncle Dan. 110%, without a doubt. Oh, Liberty Rogue, are you going to make any more videos, or are you kind of on hiatus now with the grandson? I was kind of curious about that. I thought he could add a lot of interesting topics to your videos. Yes, you are definitely behind enemy lines in California. That is without a doubt. What's the subject matter? I didn't really have one. I thought I would hop on. This is kind of spur of the moment. I wanted to throw something together and try a live stream. Unfortunately, I had to tear my DSL setup out of the way because I didn't have an HDMI cable for it, and I'm using a webcam, which I don't really know how that looks, to be honest. Will be soon. He is a handful. Oh, I bet you he is. Oh, nice. The video quality is clear? Yes, a live test. Very well put. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I like hearing that. Seems a lot of you guys are in the room. Did you see today? You guys all know probably who David Hogg is. He was at Florida, most outspoken activist student from that, shooting that happened down there. Did you see he's already made his indications he will be running for office? Something to keep in mind in the future. I seen even Harvard said they are probably going to give him free tuition. So you can tell the liberals in the colleges and stuff are pushing for him. Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate any support, really. I did this kind of on a whim after I was kind of tired of the job. I've been working for 16 years and I decided I needed a change of pace. So I wanted to try YouTube out. The only hog that ain't rooting up my hay meadows. Yeah. I see a lot of videos of the hogs out there in Texas. When I was out, oh my God, I don't want to show my age, but probably 15, 20 years ago, there really wasn't as many out there. But they spread like wildfire. This is where I appreciate it, Uncle Dan. Great channel you're doing. Thanks, Liberty Rogue. I appreciate that as well, buddy. Do you hunt them then? Pretty solid, Dan? About time you did a live chat. Yeah, Big Al. I was hesitant. I mean, it really does throw you out there and you're kind of naked in a way. Well, not that I'm literally naked, but like when I do a video about the news, I mean, I do a lot of research. I sit and kind of in my mind get together what I'm going to say before I do the video. Don't do that. No naked here. Every day, just about. Wow. Yeah, live stream, it doesn't really give you a blanket, you know, and when you film a news video, you can make, heck, as many unlimited takes as you want before you actually post it. There's no blanket. There's no parachute on this. Liked your last video. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I like the one I just recently did on the, I like the bear one in the falls. I could not believe that guy literally was wading out into the water towards the bears. But I am wearing shorts, actually, because I don't have the AC on, so it doesn't mess my volume up. Are you wearing pink? It's damn cool. So what are you guys up to tonight? Anybody posting anything? Any new vids out there? I scroll through as much as I can and I give as much support as I possibly can. Few people on with you. Take some of the pressure off. Uncle Dan is a great one. That's true. Uncle Dan is. Just crap. Yeah. That was a little too close for me. I don't like to get anywhere near their feeding because I feel like then you're looked maybe not so much as a food source, but I believe you look like a competitor. I'd ruin this show. Nah, I do a good enough job ruining it on my own, Dan. Discovered a voicemail sent to an MSM reporter. You're the problem. Enemy of the people. And although the pen might be mightier than the sword, which is true, pen is not mightier than the AK-47. Well, that's a good point. I think on a broader spectrum, the pen is mightier. But up close, the AK is definitely the way to go. VR for Big Johnson tomorrow. I'll definitely try to check that out, Big Al. I try to grab all you guys' stuff. It's tough, though. There's a lot of channels I never knew existed. And in doing mutual channel support, it's really tough to keep up, to be honest with you. Channel rocks when an extra swig of rum. Definitely earned it. Thanks, buddy. I love my rum. That is without a doubt. I love cruising if nobody's noticed. We're waiting for the court. Now, actually, they did set a bail. I didn't see if he got bailed out or not. I believe he did, that he bonded out. But I got to be honest, every time I watch that video, it just aggravates me because I feel like everybody in the video was literally in the wrong in some way, shape, or form. other than the kids, to be honest. I think they just got put obviously in a bad spot, but I just feel like everybody made a wrong decision. Like if you could have had one level head there to cool it down, I don't think any of that would have happened. And everybody sticks up for McLaughlin coming out and blindsiding Drecka and knocking him violently to the ground, but they stick up for him on the concept that he was coming out to just defend his lady or his woman. And I don't know about you guys. I don't have a problem with defending your woman, but you could literally just step in between without any contact and say, hey, back off. You need to talk to me about this and let it go from there. You know what I mean? Need a bit of Jimmy Buffett playing in the background. Oh, yeah. Margaritaville. I actually like Cheeseburger in Paradise, too. I went to a bar on St. John that just is the epiphany of that song. I think the guy should have shot him twice. That's fair. Oh, New Texan. What's up, buddy? G-Man is here. I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, this was just a test. If I got one person in here to tell me it was working, I was going to be happy with that. I was hoping that hog idiot would just go away. He's not. When I did a video on that shooting, and then I did a video about what Hogg was protesting about, obviously want more gun control. I mean, I don't think he has any plans of going away. I think this shooting, as horrible as it is to say, played into his hands because I think he was always looking to make a political statement and then obviously a run in politics. I really don't think he will go away. And heck, Harvard's probably going to offer him free tuition just based on his political stance, which that speaks volumes. 12 watching is damn good for a live chat. I would have been, like I said, happy with one. Yeah, New Texan, Hogg. I just seen today he already announced he wants to run for Congress by the age of 25 because I think that's the youngest age you can be to run for Congress. I think you have to at least be 25. And he announced today he's going to run for Congress. Yeah, he does. You know, he's 18 too. Yeah, that's another good point. His father is a retired FBI, and we all know where the FBI has been leaning lately. So it's all a ploy by the alphabet genetics, to be honest. Yeah. The more lives I've been thinking would be a great one. Oh, thanks, Emily. I appreciate it. Oh, Jacob, how's it going, buddy? Yes, he's 20. No, he's not 25, Uncle Dan. He's only 18. But when he turns 25, he's going to run for Congress, or so he stated. Because the youngest you can be to run for Congress is 25. Which at least we have that little bit of time to prepare for it. Yeah, it is BS. I kind of always knew he was going to do this. He made kind of a political statement out in California one time on the news. And this is just playing into his hands. I'm not saying, obviously, he planned the shooting because he didn't. But his boyfriend is 25. Good point, Big Al. I wouldn't doubt that at all. But, yeah. That's what we got to look forward to. A lot of these youths today, they lean left. They are very liberal. Oh, yeah, Rip and Tip. How's it going, buddy? What did you just pass? You just passed 500 subscribers, I believe it was, right? Was it 500? 500 rings a bell for some reason. Pretending to be a Florida high school student. He is from Cali. I've seen that too, Dan. Yeah, congrats on that, Rip and Tip. I seen too he was from Cali, but I'm not really sure on that. I can't see what rum you're drinking. I like cruising, Big Al. I've always been a cruising fan. I love mango rum with green iced tea. And in my coffee, I love coconut rum. These are the bottles I usually keep here when I'm running shy in my cup. Hey, the FBI caught the Unabomber. It took 25 years, but they got him. True, G-Man. I'll have to sub to Rip and Tip. Can you put a link? Yeah, Rippin' Tip's a good dude. He Montana, he does a lot of fishing vids. It's really good. He did one of a rattlesnake. Was it a rattlesnake hunt he was on? I can't remember now, or a gopher hunt. But he was running into rattlesnakes. I really enjoyed that one. Nobody in the school knew him. Yeah, Dan. You know what the worst part about that was too? Everybody in the school, as soon as the shots rang out, they already knew who it was. I think that is the worst part about that. Used to be hard to get in Oklahoma. Oh, really, Big Al? I love this stuff. Go for hunting tournament. Go for hunting. That's right. Couldn't remember. The thing that stuck out to me most was the rattlesnakes, to be honest with you. Other than that, what do you guys think about YouTube in general? Do you think they definitely are shadow banning? Because I did a video not too long ago on the subject. And to me, it's really interesting. I've seen a few funny things happen on YouTube, and it really makes you wonder. Sucks. Yeah. Can you say false flag? I think you can. Yeah. Sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some strange things, like, because I'm fortunate with my job. I work really long hours in a bunch of combined shifts, and then I have 4 days off. And when I'm doing YouTube, I leave my analytics up and I watch, my views and how they go up and down, because I average usually about between 100 and 200 views an hour. So sometimes I keep an eye on it, especially when I'm making and editing vids. And quite a few times, I would literally see a vid that, say, I put out a month or two ago and really wasn't getting many views. And all of a sudden, it'll jump from maybe getting 1 or 2 views an hour. I've literally seen it jump to getting 100 or 150 views an hour. And I notice it because I see the spike in my hourly count. So then when I click down through to see which video is blowing up, it's an old one. And I don't know. I find that really odd. And especially because I almost describe it as YouTube has control of the water tap on everybody's channel. And I really do believe that. Short hours and have a lot of days off. You're fortunate, Dan. Google leans left. Absolutely true signs. Editor, so my channel is a hobby. Oh, there you go. Big Al, I love and hate them. I really learned a ton and made some great friends, and now they're trying to destroy all of us in the Pro 2A. Yeah, I feel the same way, Big Al. And that just fits their liberal agenda. It's not that I think they really want to push creators off, but they lean so far left, they don't want anything to do with pro Second Amendment channels, any kind of gun channels. I mean, even self-defense channels they come down on. They do, and they target us. Yeah, absolutely they do. I believe it 110%. Even if you go on and you're a pro supporter of Trump, I mean, even if you aren't on YouTube and endorsing guns and the gun culture in general, and say you're just on there, say you're just pro-Trump, I believe they, how do I want to put it, make your videos harder to search for or find in the search. See their agenda, you just have to look at what is allowed to trend. Oh, absolutely. It's all, how do you want to call it? Gay stuff. Are we still allowed to say gay stuff? That trending page is a joke. Yeah, it is. Thanks for showing up, Uncle Dan. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I don't know how to get around it, because if they do shadow ban your channel, you don't know it really. It's not like it's easy and you see it happening. Some of the most violent crap you can imagine. Try researching deadly crashes. Okay, but showing how to shoot properly is bad. Good point, Big Al. Yeah, thanks again, Dan. Good point, Tight, as well. You know, how do you fight it? I mean, even when I've had issues with YouTube and I've sent them emails, 9.9 times out of 10, they don't even get back to you. I had a copyright issue where somebody literally recorded my video exactly and posted it, and I had to fight it. I waited a week, I believe it was. They finally took down the other channel, but they never even got back to me. They didn't say they were looking into it. None of that. That YouTube is basically an entity out there in the middle of space that you can't get in touch with. YouTube about dudes putting on makeup. Oh, yeah. How do you like the male cheerleaders nowadays? The NFL is really taking a shit, which I'm glad to see. As far as I'm concerned, they can fold up too. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a beautiful platform, but then at the same time, the restrictions on it really suck. The only thing is, there's nothing out there that equals YouTube's reach. Libs take the House and Senate. We're done. I mean, gun owners in the two-way YouTube is just insulting the mind. Yeah, very true. Hey, Chip, how's it going, buddy? Ahoy, matey. Yeah, I don't know, Big Al. You know, anytime I say anything about politics, you know, and especially when it looks like something's really leaning hard, you know, I always got to say, get out and vote. You know, we all say it, but you really got to do it. Since I hit 800, I barely get a sub notice. I get them, but don't see the notice. It's becoming really weird. I've also seen a decrease in my views when I don't upload regularly. Well, as far as the upload part, I really do believe you have to be active. The less active you are, it's almost like sliding backwards down a slope. The less active you are, the less your videos have any, how do I want to say this, ranking in the search. And I think that hurts your channel in general. You know, at one point you could upload once every couple weeks or once a week. I really think you need to upload as much as humanly possible. What else did you say? Ever since I hit 800, I barely get a sub notice. I don't get a lot of sub notices either. I'm actually shocked when I looked and my count is going up, and yeah, I haven't even gotten a sub notice. I think a lot of people have their subscriptions private, which adds to that as well. I keep mine public because, say I go to Chip's channel, I like his channel, I see he's a guaranteed creator, and I say, hey, you know, I added your channel, great vid, I watched your vid, I hit the thumbs up, and then after that, I say, I added you. I want you to legitimately see I added your channel. I don't want you to think I'm full of shit. You know, when I give mutual support, I give mutual support. You know, I literally add your channel and say, hey, if you can, check mine out. And if you can, add mine back. But that's why I keep mine public. My list of subscribers hasn't updated in 3 weeks. Has that happened with you or anyone else? No, mine's updated pretty regular. Big Al. Hey, bud, thanks for the live chat. Have you on alert for new vids? Hope to see you standard time every week. Be cool. Thanks, Big Al. I appreciate that. Like I said, I wanted to test this and see if I can manage it. And as long as I can, I probably will start to do at least one a week. Uploading is tough. Oh, Chip. Yeah, mine's been updating. I haven't had a problem with that. That's odd. Uploading is tough when you have a hunting and fishing channel. Yeah, I don't know how to tell you guys to get around that, Rip. I was wondering that myself. You know, you guys, because you guys literally got to get out there and make a vid. You know, and that's, I understand, especially because I kind of started doing a motovlog channel. I mean, to get out there and make a vid when the weather's not good or you got things going on, it's obviously it's not easy. You know, I often think it like for you guys, even to make a vid on your gear or any you know, any ideas you got to help people out who do fish or hunt, kind of like fill-in material. Chips Outdoor, I agree with what you're saying of public subs. I hear you ripping Tip Outdoors. Very true. Oh, Chris, how's it going, buddy? Big Al, my channel sucks, huh? But I like doing the vids for fun. Don't urge anyone to sub to it. Don't like to promote mediocrity. Double ha. I don't mind your channel, Big Al. You know, I like to see you get out there and shoot. That's probably my favorite part of a lot of you guys' channel when you get range time in. You know, every channel has something to offer unless it's a complete shitbag channel. I mean, other than that, everybody out there has content at some point that's worthy of watching. At least in my humble opinion. Maybe do live chats. Yeah, that's true, Chip. Filler material, you know, as long as it's decent and it's got something that somebody wants to see, it's worthy to put on. Maybe it's not 0.65 miles to get where I fish to most of the time. Yeah. Ooh, that is a bit of a haul, Rip and Tip. I did live streams too, but I'm on restriction now. That sucks, Chris. That's for sure. YouTube. Big Al, that's what I was going to call my channel. Shitbag show. Yeah, be careful if you're in here, guys. I'm not really PC. I work on a loading dock with a lot of guys at times, and yeah, I'm not really good at the PC part of it. Oh, Phil, how's it going? Philip Cochran, he is from Canada, and he does a lot of interesting videos as well. I do appreciate that. Oh, I'm sure Chris has an interesting story. Gee, man, YouTube is suppressing my views when I don't upload. I've got a video with 125,000 views and it drops big. I upload a video and my views on the 105K video goes from 250 to almost 600. It's like YouTube is sending me to detention. Yeah, that goes along with what they want you to do. And what benefits YouTube is their creators putting content on. So they definitely try to push you to promote content or to produce content for their platform. I have no doubt they probably are, as I call it, you know, turning the spout down on your channel and probably even individual videos. Kind of falls on that line of shadow banning in a way. They literally want you to upload as much as possible. And when they see you go kind of inactive, I don't think you get as ranked as high in the searches. I spent a ton of money. Philip, audio and video quality are top notch, my friend. Great. I'm glad to hear that, man, because I literally had to tear my DSLR setup out of the way. I use my Yeti mic all the time, so I didn't have to change anything with that. But I literally had to stick a webcam up to do this. And I don't really use webcams, so I wasn't really sure how it was going to work. A ton of money my first year to get big enough to get monetized. They deleted me. I'm not very interested in spending money making vids until I get monetized again. I hear you, Chris. It's a big investment. Between my DSLR, between my editing software, between my mic, you know, it adds up. Nothing's cheap. Big Al, Canada. Ain't that US? Big Al, Canada was up until they voted Justin Trudeau people kind in. And then, I don't know, I kind of lost a little faith in them. Chip, from your pen. Yes, I am in PA. Good white-tailed deer hunting out here, by the way. Chris, my understanding is that one video per week is preferred. Yeah, Chris, that's what they say, but I got to be honest. I think if you can do a video every other day, they definitely prefer that, because I notice when I skip a couple days, I do as well see my views start to drop. And I got vids that constantly get views. So yeah, it's definitely noticeable. Big Al, wait. You might be Canada. Philip Cochran, I'm not in Toronto. Oh, that's a good thing. No, you are not in Toronto. Chip, I hear you, Chris Gilman trapping. I'm burning out myself. You know, I could definitely see how you can burn out. YouTube it's either you put a complete commitment in it and you're determined to stick with it, or it burns you out. Like there's no real in between unless you aren't serious about it. Just hop on every now and then and upload. But if you try to be serious about it, yeah, it can definitely burn you out. It is a lot of work. I don't think anybody really realizes that who just comes on and watches vids. Anybody who does a dedicated channel and constantly puts out content, it's a lot of work. Stacey, I'm glad you're not PC. That's why I subscribe. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I am definitely not PC. I am highly against it. I don't think you should be a complete dickbag to everybody, but yeah, you can't be PC to everybody either, because then you're coddling everybody. I like the old saying about getting a thick skin, and I think most people lost that today. Yep, the vids are thanks, Big Al. Bet you can slow down a bit. Bet you can slow down a bit. I wish at times I would slow down a bit. I try to look through the news in the morning and pick things out. And I like to put something on I think that would be interesting to most of the people out there, especially my subscribers. Philip. So a lot of times I get caught up. I'll put more than one video on because I keep seeing something pop up. I'm like, ooh, I got to put this on. Ooh, I got to put that on. Philip looks and sounds really good. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't really know how this would sound or look as far as the quality. Like, shared and tweeted out, brother. Thank you. Again, I appreciate it. Big Al, shooting hogs this weekend. We're overrun with the pest. That is crazy how bad they've gotten. The meat sucks, but they're fun to shoot. We have to get rid of them. See, I didn't know that. I had a bunch of buddies. They went down south and did boar hunting, but oh boy, it was quite some time ago. And they brought some of the meat back, and it was actually pretty good. But then again, I don't know how different the pigs are from, say, I think they were in North Carolina as compared to Texas running on the range out there. Probably has a lot to do with what they're eating too, I would assume. So easy to burn out for sure. Not just uploading, but trying to show. Whew, you are not kidding, Rip and Tip. My wife is a good voucher for that. I mean, I literally sit here and I'll scroll down through my subscription page on my main page, and just whenever I see a new vid pop up from somebody, I try to click it. But it's a lot. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, so it's definitely hard to keep up. Trapping vids are tough, and they draw more hate than a child molester. Yeah, people don't really understand trapping anymore. I think it's just gotten a bad name, and it's not as popular as it once was. And unfortunately, they link the fur trade with like fur farms with natural trapping. And I think that definitely gives it a bad name and a bad rap. And it's not really deserved because they're two different things. Chip said, that's true. Yeah. Do you all consider what do I consider a big channel? Whoo. I got to be honest. I think once you get past 100K, I think you're entering that realm of a big channel. I mean, that's at least a number I would put on it as far as a big channel goes. Really, to me, once you get past 1,000, I'm thinking, woo, I'm doing good now. But I really got to say it's probably 100K as far as a big channel. But we don't have hogs here in Montana. Yeah, you're lucky, Rip and Tip. I see the videos, man. They do a lot of damage. These are wild part Russian. They are dangerous as hell. Huge tusk and can kill you. Whew. Yeah. I like the helicopter videos where they're shooting them out of a helicopter. I got to admit, that is something I would definitely like to try doing. Hey, Captain, if you were ever in California around the Yosemite area, let me know. The room will be on the house. Now that, I like the sound of that. Rum on the house, I'm all for that. You know, it's a shame. I like the concept of California as far as the geography goes. I love 1 minute you can be at the beach and the next minute you can be in the mountains. That is really appealing to me. But how the government and the people who put the government in place have screwed up California, man, I don't even know if I ever want to go there, to be honest. It's a shame, but kind of how I feel when I look at Cali anymore. Chris, hey, Chip, how do I highlight you like you did me? Yeah, you'll have to tell him, Chip. I don't really remember. Type the symbol at when start typing name, it'll pop up. Thank you, Philip, again. mateys. I had 14K subs. That was enough to keep me busy. Oh, yeah. Just 1,000 is enough to keep me busy. But most of the work was deleting the haters and death threats. You know, other than when I do a shooting video like that one I just did at a Florida one, I don't catch a lot of heat, and I'm thankful for that. Because a lot of times I'm in the controversial topics, and, you know, I often wonder what way it's going to go, but luckily I don't have a lot of haters yet. Big Al, hey, buddy, I got to go. See you on the next live chat. Hope it's soon. See you. Fair winds and calm season. Thank you, Big Al. Thanks for showing up, man. I really appreciate it. I'll have to try another live chat. Rip and Tip outdoors. California is beautiful, but it's ran like dog shit. That's probably a good way to put it, Rip and Tip. I definitely feel it's beautiful, like the geography, but the way they run it, tight. It's how I feel about Jersey. Oh, don't get me started on Jersey. We were invaded by people from New Jersey back in the 80s and 90s, and yeah, it wasn't a good time. Oh, Canadian Arctic Radio. What's up, buddy? I appreciate you showing up. I enjoyed your live chat this morning. Gee, man. I think it depends on how successful the channel is. I make good money with 246 sub, and others complaining with higher counts mean less. Well, you know, a lot of it, G-Man, is on your views. I mean, you could have 1 million subs. If you aren't getting the views, you ain't going to make any money. That's just the way it is. And then also you got to figure a lot of times not every video is monetized as well. And then there's copyright. I mean, sometimes you'll have a vid, it'll get a copyright on it, and you ain't going to make any money on it, but you'll still see advertisements on it, but that'll go to the copyright holder. So that it's a lot of behind the scenes on as far as whether you're making money on your vids or not. I mean, I was monetized at 1.2 before YouTube changed their rules because I never cared about subscribers before. I just tried to put content out and get views. And then they changed the subscribers to 1,000, and I was caught out in the cold. Messengers. Philip, sorry to hear that, Chris. Too many folks want to hate. Yeah, that's true, Philip. I mean, for as many people like you guys out there who are great supporters on here, there's a lot of haters on here as well. If they get a bug up their butt, they tend to stay on your channel. I got the views, but not the. I was the same way, True. I had, I got a fair amount of views. I think I'm over 300K, but my watch hours are high. I've got well past double the amount needed for the 12-month time period, but I just didn't have the subs. G-Man, gotta go, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, G-Man. I really appreciate you stopping in. Like I said, this was just a test. I didn't even really have anything planned to talk about. Canadian Arctic Radio. Thanks, man. Glad you could show up. Oh, G-Man, I hope your back's feeling better, by the way. I know your back was pretty twisted up. Glad you could show up. Thanks, Canadian. I had to show up. I mean, anytime I put a vid out, you're usually there, and I definitely appreciate the support. So I just, I feel like I have to give it back, and luckily you put it out there that you were going to do one, and I caught it. A lot of people's live streams I don't even catch. Sounds to me I haven't been at it long, so it's understandable. Yeah, very true. I envy the guys who got into this platform early and have hit great success with it. Sportsman. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in, sports fan. Got to drive. Catch you later, Chris. Again, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the fast news updates. Thanks, sports fan. I've been a little slow lately. I've had a lot going on away from YouTube, and it's been tough. Jerry's wood shopping outdoors. All right, Jerry, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. This is my first try at this, so I really wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. Philip, are you waiting on monetization, Pirate? Yeah, once I hit 1,000, it automatically went into review as far as for monetization goes. And now I'm waiting. It went from it before it used to only take a couple weeks to get monetized for them to review your channel. Now it's a month. This is literally what it says from YouTube. A month or so. I'm not sure what or so means, but from the way it sounded, it takes at least a month now. And I mean, I've been doing it now for long enough without monetization. It's not a big deal, but I got to be honest for you guys out there. Even if you make a buck on a video, it's nice to make a buck. It's very much appreciated. And it helps, it adds up. If nothing else, it covers maybe updating your camera or your editing software or anything along those lines. Because once you start to get better quality for your channel, things get more expensive. Are you waiting? Chip. What's up, Jerry? John C. Holy shit. Hey, John, how's it going, buddy? It's good to see you on. Chip. Jerry, I've been waiting about a month already. Yeah, Jerry, I don't know. It used to only take, like I said, a week or two, and they'd review your channel and let you know. But now, I don't know. It said on mine a month or so. I don't like the or so part, Philip. But that's a liberal thing. If you think about it, no real commitment. Well, a month or so, and that's liberal YouTube for you. Philip, it's a really good first try, Pirate. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. It's odd. I can't really tell what's going on the other end. Rip and tip whenever they get around to it or so. Yeah, right? Way to not put any commitment into anything, YouTube. Jerry, where's the rum, buddy? I've been pouring it in my cup. I have more rum in my cup right now than iced tea, which is probably a bad thing. This chat could go downhill real quick. I got to try to even it out a little bit. I do mango rum and green iced tea if anybody is curious. I highly advise trying it. Sports fan. I've actually been listening from almost the beginning, but working on my daughter's bridal shower stuff. Congratulations to your daughter and to the mother as well, sports fan. I have to admit, sports fan, I'm always thrown off. I see your name and I think it's a guy, but then I see your pic And obviously, I can tell you're a lady, but it always throws me off. And I always got to watch my tongue. Rip and tip. Hell yeah, I would love to make extra cash. Yeah, you can't beat it. You know what I mean? Even if you're only at the threshold of $100 a month, it's $100 you can use to put back into your channel. That's how I look at it anyway. Philip Cochran, we need to pass 1K to get recognized. Yeah, the higher, it's all a numbers game. YouTube is literally a numbers game. From the amount of videos you upload to the amount of likes you get, obviously to your amount of subscribers, and then that all boils down to the amount of views you get. It's all a big numbers game. And that's what makes it such a challenge, because to initially get those numbers, it's not easy. Chip, you feel vindicated when you earn $1 with a video. It's not much, but at least feel rewarded. Exactly, Chip. I mean, like I said, when you have direct deposit on your checking account and your bank account and Google deposits that check in there, it kind of makes you feel vindicated, or I don't know. I feel a little proud that whatever I put out there did good enough to earn me that. And like I said, I like it because then I can put it back into my channel, you know, whether it's buying a better mic, a better camera, because right now I'm about at my limit as far as my budget goes for YouTube. And if you throw in my bike I just bought, I'm way past my limit. Rip and tip. Chug, chug, chug. Agreed. Philip Cochran, looking good, brother. I'm trying. I never think I look good, so it's hard to see myself on camera, but I'll have to take your word for it. Sports fan, thanks, buddy. I am a lady. Like I said, I kind of figured that, and like I said, I do try to watch my tongue whenever I reply. Reviewing, playing, and working. Hey, buddy, what's up? That man, reviewing, playing, and more RPM, he's a solid dude. He does a lot of tech stuff that's way out of my league. But if you ever need pointers on something technical, like computer-wise, to scroll through his videos is not a bad idea. Sports fan, I have to be incognito with my name. That's me, though. I understand. Philip, everyone happy? I hope so. Peacekeeper, how's it going, buddy? Did you get that 380 back yet? That is utterly ridiculous. They should have mailed you a refund. Thanks, man. No problem. Pap, hey, Pappy's Corner. How's it going, Pap? Thanks for stopping by. This was a test session that's went a little past it. John C. So do you make videos about rum? Chris told me to come. I don't know necessarily if I make videos about rum. I would just say I drink a lot of rum. I'm not sure if that's the same thing or not. Usually while I'm doing a video, I'm usually drinking a shot of rum. Marvel Mary, what's under the hat? Not a lot. It's empty under the hat, I'm afraid, Marvel. I do have hair. I shouldn't say it like that. I have hair, but inside of that is empty. Pap, stopping by to hit the thumbs up. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. You know, you guys out there, I highly advise this whenever you support another channel, always hit that thumbs up. Because like I said, YouTube is a big numbers game. And the better the numbers, the better chance you have of being seen in the search. Philip, same pirate. Any money I make, I want to put back into my channel. I highly advise that. I mean, unless you get past the level where you're a small channel like us and you're making serious money, other than that, if you're just making a little bit here and there, I highly advise it being put back into your channel, because if you can keep developing it, it's just like a field or a garden. The more you put into it, the better off you are. Peacekeeper has been a terrible process. Yes, it has. Peacekeeper, if I was you, I'd be so frustrated. It's beyond belief. John Sevo, you got another. Hey, I appreciate that, buddy. John, I appreciate any sub I can get. You know, it's not easy. You know, a lot of us channels out there, we try to put as quality of a content out as we can. And whenever us small channels get a sub, we really do appreciate it. Sports fan said my grandpa used to make bootleg alcohol. I grew up with a couple of Dutchos, and their dad was big into stills, and he would make grain alcohol. And yeah, that stuff would curl your toes every time you drank it. I literally felt like I needed to stick a fire extinguisher down my throat to put out the fire. Society X, how's it going, buddy? True Sons me a thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. Like I said, anytime I watch any of you guys' videos, I always hit the thumbs up just because I know it gives you a better chance in the search. Canadian Arctic Radio. My brother makes rum. It's pretty good for home cooking. Really? That I'm interested in, Canadian. Jerry, you know, toys. I've got subs, but nobody likes me enough to watch. Jerry, your subs exploded. I got to give you credit. Whatever you did, you went from being even with me and you just exploded, which congratulations on that. As far as nobody watching, that confuses me. You know, even mine, unless it's a hot video, you know, I only average in 100 views, maybe a lot of times less than that per video. So, I mean, I know where you're coming from. Haunted Places. Hey, Haunted Places. Good morning. That's right. It's good morning over there. Marvel Mary. I like that you do shorter vids with one story and not a 20-minute multi-news show pondering clickbait with sponsors plugged throughout it like others do on YouTube. Cheers. Well, thanks, Marvel Mary. I don't know. I've tried a few times now to do a video in, say, 10 minutes and get a few topics in, and I have a hard time with it. You know, I don't speak as quickly as, say, a, you know, Philip DeFranco. It's probably a beautiful example of how quick people can talk. And it's hard for me to get everything out that I need to get out in, you know, a 10-minute video and have more than one topic. You know, I try to stay 7 or 8 and under if possible, because, you know, attention spans, they tend to fall off pretty quick, but it's hard. Chips Outdoor Channel. What's your watch percentage at Jerry's Outdoors, Wood Shop, and Outdoor? That's a good question, Chip. Philip, got you Canadian Arctic Bro. What would a channel be like? Yeah, Philip, Canadian, he's a solid dude, man. He always gives me support. You know, I give it back. He's up in Canada. He has an interesting look on topics. You know, he's a good dude. Sports fan said, you need moderators. Probably, but I don't really know how to set a moderator up. Like I said, this is my first actual live test. Micro Homesteaders will eventually want to make a few. Oh, welcome, Micro. You'll eventually want to make a few trustworthy mods to help out. Happy to see you live. Good luck. Thanks, Micro. That's some solid advice. I see a lot of other live streams with moderators. I guess I'm not at that point yet. I'm a little behind the curve. Congratulations. John C. I couldn't be a bootlegger. I know all the good places. The cops don't look for them around here. Ooh, yeah, bootlegging alcohol. I think that's a federal offense. I would shy away from that. Be careful on that one. Chips Outdoor Channels. I try to stay 7 or 8 as well, if not less. I can't stand to watch myself through. Oh, when you're editing and you have to watch it 10 to 15 times. Yeah, I don't watch my vids. I blow through it in the editor. And after that, yeah, I don't watch them either. I'm in the same boat. I don't like to see myself. Canadian Arctic Radio. Philip got you back. Very good. Nice job. Philip's in Canada as well, if you haven't figured it out, Canadian. Tip. K-Pirate got to get going. Great live chat, man. Awesome channel. Thanks, Rip and Tip. You have an awesome channel as well. He's in Montana. He's a fishing channel if anybody wants to check him out. He puts out decent content. Let's see, what's state are you in? I'm in PA, John. Pennsylvania. Wrench. I have to give one of your loyal subs a wrench. Where is it? Oh, add moderator. Is that it? Heck, I could just about give you all a wrench, to be honest. Click the blue wrench. I click the 3 dots and it says add moderator. I don't drink because I don't like the taste. Marvel Mary, you will get moderators when you start getting trolls. Ha! Very good point, Marvel. Luckily, I'm fortunate I haven't gotten a ton of trolls yet on my regular channel, on my regular vids. So hopefully they don't follow me here. Sportsman, I don't drink because I don't like the taste. Sports fan, if you ever have a blender and you have vanilla ice cream, root beer, mango rum, and a little bit of ice cream, that you would like. John C. I'm in Georgia. Oh, Georgia. Oh, sweet song of Georgia. Pappy's Corner. I'm picking a supporter of the month and giving a playlist watch in return. Oh, nice, Pap. Yeah, it's great to support everybody because a lot of people don't have the watch time they need. Sportsman 7M. No. Chips Outdoor Channel. I don't understand moderators. Do people actually like to do that? I'm ignorant. I really don't know. You know, I think it helps out the person doing the live stream because if someone is saying something that you don't want in the chat, they don't have to struggle to try to get rid of it or necessarily pay as much attention to the chat, maybe. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Philip, I watched my video. You guys just happened to be the ones that were right there, so I was like, click, click, click. Philip, I watch all my videos repeatedly. That's how we learn, guys. Good point, Philip. Yeah, I don't really like seeing myself on camera. I actually raced motocross for a long time, and the worst thing for me was going up on a podium when you finished in the top 3 and having to have people take pictures of you and video of you. I didn't enjoy it, and I really didn't like seeing myself on camera afterwards. I don't know why. It's a phobia I always had, and doing YouTube really helped me fight that phobia a little bit, to be honest. Sports fan 7M, I'm a wuss. At least you're a sober wuss, unlike the rest of us drunks. Philip, that's it. Sportsman 7M, I like virgin pina coladas. You're halfway there, sports fan. Pat, you're ahead of me. I've not attempted to go live. You know, Pat, I've been putting it off, and I know it gives you a rating for your channel, but I just kept putting it off. You would probably do pretty well at it. You're a very forward, talkative kind of guy. And you're entertaining. You know, the Angry Pirate at times, I don't know if I'm really entertaining. I think you could literally pull it off. John C., sports fan, where are you from? Marvel Mary. I'm in Somalia because I'm a pirate. I don't really like to be associated with the Somalian pirates. Sports, yes, that's what you got to do, moderators. Chips out. I do too, Philip Cochran. I see all the problems and hate the video. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube is a mixed bag, without a doubt. Don't make your own videos. How are we supposed to? I like when I put out a quality video. What at least I feel is quality. But at the same time, I don't like seeing myself on video. It's to me, it's a double-edged sword. That's about as best as I can put it. I like putting the videos out. I honestly prefer reading the chat than watching the video because I'm more interested in what you guys think. If you want to know the truth, review becomes necessary for someone gaming because it's hard to play and watch chat all the time. So good point, reviewing, because yeah, when you're playing a game, you don't have time probably to watch a chat. Chips outdoor, that makes sense. Philip, don't be too hard on yourself. Chips. Yeah, Chips, I enjoy your channel. I dig it when you get into the cooking side of it. I really love the property you go on for your hunting vids. And even your outhouse you've been working on. Pappy's Corner, you learn the tricks and teach me. I'll do my best, Pap. Hugh Y was on that boat. I knew Hugh Y was on that boat when they shot all three of them in the boat. Yeah, that was crazy. You gotta have fly more often now. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, this was my first test run at it. And I definitely want to try it because, like I said, I advise it for everybody with a channel out there because it ranks your channel higher. This is all a numbers game with YouTube as far as getting exposure and stuff. And this is one way to get more exposure. Philip and everyone else have fun. Do it. Yeah. I mean, you got to somewhat love what you're doing with your YouTube channel. It definitely helps you to not burn out. Otherwise, you're going to burn out because if you put any kind of content on in succession, like I try to do at least a vid a day, probably more than that when I can. And if you're not loving it to some extent, what you're doing or the content you're doing, you're going to burn out real quick. It's going pretty good. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Like I said, I didn't really know how it was going to turn out. I wasn't happy that I had to tear my DSLR rig out of the way and go with a webcam, but if it looks good on your end, I mean, that's what I'm searching for. Marvel Mirror, when you have a couple vids hit trending page, you'll see your subs jump. That's very true, Marvel. It's hard to hit that trending page because that's kind of yuppie liberal crap that kind of fills that page up. YouTube has humps you have to get over, and each one takes you higher. That's true. Each level that you get past with YouTube, it does get a little bit easier. Pap, over 1 hour so far, buddy. Is it really? Oh, yeah, it is. Just over an hour. Wow. This is not bad for a test. Very true, sports fan. I do believe that. It's just one more edge for you to get subs. Really? I'm surprised, John. A lot of the lives I go on, they're constantly buffering or freezing up, or the audio is really bad. And honestly, I was really worried about that with mine. Doing a variety of topics, activities, so the burnout isn't quite as prevalent as doing one thing all the time. Kind of like you're getting into hiking too, I'm guessing. Yeah, the hiking and really the bike. I'm a bike guy. I've always been on two wheels since I was like 5 years old. So for me, being on a bike, it's like walking. And that is in part why I got a bike. And every once in a while, you'll see me throw a moto vlog video on my channel, on my news channel. And you're right, Chip. That's my attempt to change it up a bit. And I don't know if, it's really well received, but I kind of like, at least it gives you a different viewpoint or a different content to look at as far as my channel goes. Walter Daves. Hey, Walter, welcome aboard. Walter is in Pennsylvania as well. He's not too far from me, actually. John C. Yeah, a lot of people have issues. Yeah, John, like I said, I was really worried about that because I've never done it before. I was worried about my internet connection. I was worried about, my computer not keeping up. And as well as having to use a webcam, which I really wasn't happy about, but I'm glad it's working out. You're in PA going to Lancaster on Thursday to Sight and Sound. I I enjoy Lancaster. I used to go there quite a bit. I'm north of Lancaster, probably about an hour and a half. I used to go to Lancaster because they had a horse auction there. And one of the horse stables I worked for, we would go down there I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday, and we would buy horses. Pat, going great. Thanks, Pat. I really appreciate it, man. Hey, Haiku, how's it going? Heading home from work, Angry Pirate goes live. Yay, you can't text driving. Yeah, don't text while you're driving. That's not advisable. Thanks for stopping by, though. I really appreciate it. This was just a test that's kind of gone a little bit longer than I thought it would. Philip, look at all these wonderful folks. Channel isn't about news. It's about rational interpretation of it, current state of countries. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate that. You know, most of my regular supporters, they're awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't ask for a better group of people such as yourselves on my channel. And it really helps because it motivates you to want to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, when you got a bunch of haters that are just drowning your channel, it sucks. But when you got like decent, like-minded people who come on your vids and comment, I really can't ask for any more than that. That to me is perfection as far as a channel goes. Walter Davis, where are you coming from? John C. Gettysburg is awesome if you're in PA. Yeah, Gettysburg, I highly recommend. I'm a big Civil War buff. And in part, that's what bothers me so much about them tearing down monuments. However you look at the South and what they fought for, and the reasons they fought, they're still war monuments. And that bothers me a lot that they just go out there and rip them down. That's history. You don't want to erase history. Walter Davis, you went to New Holland. Walter Davis, you went to New Holland. Very good test. Thank you, Micro. Like I said, I really appreciate anybody who came on here because I really wasn't planning on. I thought I'd hop on for 5 minutes. I was hoping to get one person just to see how the video and audio was. And that was it. I didn't really have anything planned or any topics planned out or anything like that. New Holland. I think it was a New Holland auction, actually, Walter. That was a long time ago. I was only a kid back then, to be honest. Early teens. Very good. Gotta take a phone call. Be back. Got you, Walt. Long Island, New York, tomorrow. Oh, sports fan, did you see that video I did on that Trump supporter who did that artist that did that 20-foot tall Trump in the front yard? I can't remember if it was Long Island or Staten Island he was on, though. I got to give credit to that dude, especially in New York. Canada and USA are so close. Should be closer. Philip, you're right. Canada throughout history has always supported the U.S. And we should be closer. I mean, it's tough. I don't really like Trudeau. I don't really like how he leans so far left liberally. But, yeah, I mean, I got to agree. We're allies. We should be closer. I'm trying to see. Oh, it's awful. A lot of people in the South weren't even for slavery. Get over it, y'all. Little screwball. Yeah, exactly. My family tree fought for the North. We've never really left Pennsylvania, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's over with, but it's history. You know what I mean? It's war memorials. And I don't think those should be taken down. It's utterly ridiculous. It's a disgrace, really. Pap, I'm a Hawkeye. Go Bears. Understandable, Pap. Stream quality is great. Thanks, Philip. Again, I appreciate it. Stream, no buffering, and audio is great. Really? Like I said, I didn't know too if my mic would have trouble syncing with the video. I've seen people have trouble with that. I mean, I didn't download any software or anything to do it. So I'm glad it's coming through good. Sports fan, love that OBE Staten Island. Oh, it was Staten Island? Love our Canadian brethren. Yeah, I don't know if Arctic Canadian Radio is still on or not, but that dude, he's solid too. If you look for mutual support for your channel, he's a good one to look for. Prime Minister is a mascot. Yes, Trudeau, I make no hidden, how do I want to say it? I don't hide my feelings about Justin Trudeau, JT. Prime Minister is a mascot. He is definitely a mascot. It's a shame, though. You know, people like that get in for a lot of reasons. Canadian Arctic Radio made a good point today when he said that Trudeau kind of got into office based on marijuana, and he endorsed it, as well as his tax laws got him in. But nobody, I don't think, really looked at the whole picture with him as far as his character or really which side of the fence he leaned on. Just reading scripts all the time. After all, he was a drama teacher. That sums it up. Drama teacher, yeah. Got you, bro. Okay, man, gotta go. You'll see me again. Thanks, John C. Like I said, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the sub. I really do appreciate it. Small channels like us, we appreciate every single sub we get. I can't stress that enough. Woo, I am over 1:10, 1:11. Wow. I did not expect this. My wife is rolling her eyes right now. So what do you guys think? We have a life-size President Trump stand-up cardboard. He comes along to all our events. Oh, that's great, sports fan. Sports fan, I love New York. I love the Finger Lakes. I love that whole region out there. Like you're east, or well, I should say middle New York. I love that whole area. I love to go up there and hit the wineries and do a little bit of drinking. You know, I love the lakes. I stayed on Lake Seneca a few times. You know, I love Bully Hill wineries. But I got to admit, I stay out of the city. It's just not for me. Too many liberals, and I don't really like cities. Oh, James. Heck yeah, buddy. Thanks for coming aboard. This is my first live, so bear with me. Reviewing, playing, and more. Yeah, and he didn't deliver on the tax laws and got rid of income splitting, which saw me pay $3,000 in taxes last year. Yeah. You know, he ran on a platform, and like you just put out there, I don't think he really delivered. And I don't think he was what everybody thought he was going to be as far as Justin Trudeau goes in Canada. Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of his, how do I want to say, the way he handles people. He just sounds like a liberal douchebag to me. I'm sorry to put that out there, but that's what I think of when I think of Justin Trudeau. You know, and now he's in a pissing match with Saudi Arabia, which, whatever. I'm not a big fan of Saudi Arabia either. I think if it wasn't for their oil and us propping them up, they wouldn't still be there. But yeah, he gets in a pissing match with them, and at the same time, he's got a big arms contract with them. So, yeah, I think he's a bit of a hypocrite. James from cities suck for sure. Yeah, I'm a country boy, James. You know, I don't do well with tons of neighbors and tall buildings. Nothing against the people that do enjoy that, but yeah, for me, it's just not for me. Media, he cries a lot. Yeah, he does. I just picture him crying every night for some reason in his pillow. Philip, I'm so glad your first live stream went so well. I think it's a good sign for the channel and your future. News rocks. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, wait, I said that already. I could hear it every day. I could hear it every second, to be honest with you. Not that my ego needs any more boosting, but it's good to hear. You know, I think all you guys do quality channels, to be honest. A lot of times I'm envious of the content you put out. Canadian. I think that I always want to call it a Grimble, but that new setup you have, Philip, with the cam, man, that's definitely the ticket, especially when you're moving around. Canadian Arctic Radio. Just Joe is a fumbling robot made out of parts from the dumpster behind DARPA. Yes, he is. And the worst part for Canada, he said, all illegal immigrants, come on over. And that was a big mistake for Canada. No bad words. I'm Christian. I'm sorry. Like I said, I am not very PC. And unfortunately, I worked on a dock with a lot of rough characters for many years. It's hard for me to hold my tongue and always catch it. I do try, though. James Robertson, he is a douchebag. Yes, he is, James, without a doubt. I feel bad for Canadians, to be honest with you. You know, Trump, I don't feel like Trump is everything you want in a president. But you know what? I like Trump in the aspect that there's no filter there. You're going to know what he's thinking. You know, he's not a shady politician, so to speak. He doesn't have a filter. And I kind of actually like that in a president. Philip, it's easy to knock Trudeau. Yeah, you're right, Philip. You know, he makes it hard not to knock him, you know, and you don't really want that in a prime minister, to be honest. You know, you want somebody who can, how do I want to say it, hold themselves, that you don't want to take shots at them, so to speak. Thanks. Really hate that. I really hate that tweet. Really hate that tweet. You lost me on that one. Sports better than Hildebeest. Oh my God, yeah. I can't even imagine where we would be at if Hillary got in. Yeah, I'm not a big Hillary fan either. I was actually glad, and don't take this the wrong way. I know nobody on here is an Obama fan, but I was actually glad when Obama beat out Hillary. That's how much I dislike Hillary. At least a Trump's not pussy. Yeah, Philip. I don't think he is. I think he's a tactician. I think he's a game player. But AP, yeah, I definitely don't think he's that. See, I tried to watch my language. Reviewing Playing and More. He called someone a racist for asking about the payments owed for taking care of illegal immigrants. Not supposed to use that term, I guess. Yeah. You know the problem with nowadays, I think, with racism and calling people a racist and a Nazi, I feel the left has weaponized it. Now when the left wants to attack you, I feel like all they do now is call you a racist. Whether you are or you're not, and I think that's a bad thing, especially if you're pro Second Amendment. They hit you with that, you're racist, you're a Nazi, and they literally have weaponized it. Whether you are or not doesn't even matter. Once they label you with it, yeah. And I don't think that's right. When he welcomed the immigrants. Oh, yeah. When he welcomed the immigrants, he did Canada a great disservice. Chips, glad I could catch your first line. I got to run, though. Take care. Good meeting. Thanks, Chip. Like I said, man, thanks for coming aboard. I really appreciate it. It was a test run. Chip's a solid channel if anybody is looking for mutual support. He's a good dude. Toilet paper. I put in a guest bathroom. No one will ever use it. I can't blame him, sports fan. I wouldn't want to use Hillary toilet paper either, not even to wipe my butt. The left is unhinged. The left is becoming unhinged, and that is a scary concept. A lot of the left has moved so far left, they can't see reason anymore. Reason is middle ground. I don't think the left and the right will ever be the same, but I always feel like the middle ground is like the reason part between the left and the right, where you can see some reason, and they don't see it anymore. Reviewing Yep, he calls anyone that opposes him a racist. Yeah, and that's not right. You should not weaponize that word just because someone does not have your same viewpoint. And like I said, they are literally weaponizing the word racist, Nazi, and it's not good. James Robinson, you are a happy pirate and you should yell more. At least seem angry. Thanks, buddy. I get aggravated when I read the news. My wife will attest to that. I'll complain. I'll bitch. I'll be like, what are these people? A bunch of idiots? How can they not see what is wrong? And I try not to put that out too negative because I don't think people warm up to a negative image. But thanks, James. I'll try to be a little more angry at times. Locked and loaded. What's going on, brother? I'm glad to see you could show up. I didn't think anybody would, to be honest with you. Canadian Arctic Radio. Intolerance is a buzzword up here now. Intolerance. Yeah. You need some tolerance today. People aren't all the same. And I think that's what we're missing. People are as different as night and day, from one to the next to the next. And you need a little bit of tolerance to deal with people. People today are losing their social skills, which I think in part is due to social media and having a smartphone constantly in your palm of your hand. They don't really interact anymore. And I don't think it's a good thing. Locked and loaded. I didn't get a notification, brother. I don't get a lot of notifications either. I've rung so many stupid bells, and I don't know if I don't get them or if they just get lost in all the other notifications for comments. I mean, that notification crap, I literally don't even rely on it. I scroll through and see whose channel put up a new vid, and I try to hit it. Like Rooms, hey, Justin. Sports fan side. Ooh, she's that bad. Yes, Hillary is just that bad. I totally agree with that. Pappy's Corner, 10-4, gotta go. Thanks for stopping by, Pat. He's another good channel, man. He's a fun dude. He does DIYs and stuff along that line. He's a solid supporter. If anybody is looking for more support, I highly advise subbing him. Philip, sorry, y'all. Only meant to say my PM is weak and your president is strong. Nah, man, Philip, that's good. You know what I mean? It's a good topic to talk about because it's valid right now in Canada. And as far as a trade war right now and NAFTA with, us in Canada and Trump and Trudeau, Trump's playing the game. He's going to try to get what he wants. And I'm curious to see if Trudeau breaks down and gives it to him or not. As far as the dairy, the 200 and some % trade disparity, that I can't really get behind. But I'm interested to see where that goes. It's nothing against Canadians, so to speak. And I know you pay a lot for a gallon of milk up there. Yes, they have weaponized words. Yes, James, they definitely have weaponized words, and that's not good. That almost squashes anybody who wants to speak out against them. And that's a big problem. So when you see these protests nowadays, you see less and less people from the right because they don't want to go out there and be called a Nazi. They don't want to be called a racist, and as well as weaponizing the word, then it could cost you your job. And a lot of right-leaning conservatives, we have jobs. You know what I mean? We work for a living. Liberals, on the other hand, that's up in the air on them. But yeah, so as well as you don't want to be called that, you don't want to end up possibly losing your job because of it. It's crazy. I'm back. Hey, welcome back, Walter. I'm Locked and Loaded, brother. You have a great channel. Keep up the great work, exposing the truth. The country is so screwed. Far left ideology is destroying our country, not the libtards. That's true, Locked and Loaded. The more light you can shine on it, the better. I highly advise anybody doing it. Anytime, even talking to somebody, if you can shine a little light on it, the wrongs that are out there right now, you should do it. You know what I mean? Don't shove your preachings down someone else's throat. They have to be receptive. But yeah, I try to fight it a little bit. The illegal immigration, I'm highly against that. I don't think we should have open borders. I'm highly against that as well. I don't think that's good for our country at all. You have to know who's coming in. Hey, Walter, my brother. H said, signing out, Captain, from behind enemy lines in California. R, Captain. R, mateys. Hang in there out in Cali. I really hope that it gets better out there. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Stay safe with those fires as well. Philip R. Losing my voice. Locked and loaded. Milk comes in a bag in Canada. That explains a lot. My grandfather was a milkman, and I so enjoyed that he kept a ton of milk bottles, old school glass style with the 4 plastic handle deal. I'm a big glass guy. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not much into plastics or plastic bottles or bags. I like my stuff to come in a glass. Viewing, playing more. Problem is he's not really got anyone that will be able to oppose him. Yeah. No strong candidates for next election, which means we're probably stuck with him for another 4 years after 2019. Reviewing, I hope not. I don't think he helps us down here either, because our countries are so close and so connected. What we do down here impacts Canada, and I do believe to some extent vice versa. So I really hope somebody beats him out for the next election. But yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait and see on that. Manufactured reality. Welcome aboard, buddy. Minnesota imported 150,000 Somalians while the media ignores the crime increase. Yeah, that's something they don't like to highlight. I did a video not too long ago about that Australian lady who got shot by that Somali cop that they rushed through training just so they would have a Somali presence on the police force. And that disgusted me. And he ended up shooting her. And yeah, it was a bad scene altogether. I won't even get into it. But yeah, the press hides it. They want you to think everybody who comes in as an illegal immigrant, as a refugee, they want you to think they are here for the best reasons, that they are nonviolent. But that's not always true, and to hide that, it's terrible. Big time agreed. Angry partners, no notifications whatsoever. Yeah. I don't know what to say on the notifications. I get buried in comment notifications, and I lose channel notifications in the mess. Walter Davis, got to have imagination because our population would fall off. We don't replace our population, but we got to do a better job screening. Absolutely, Walter. I don't think anybody should come into this country with a free pass. And I kind of look at illegal immigration that you come in here with a free pass. You don't have to be American. You don't have to want to be American. You're just coming across the border. And to me, that's a free pass. And I don't really believe in free passes. You should prove yourself worthy to be an American. I mean, it sounds probably a little bad, but that's how I feel. Doing great, amigo. Once we stop communicating, everything breaks down. Left does need tolerance for sure. Yeah, they do, James. They definitely need to learn tolerance. I think they lost that concept. Because if you lose the tolerance, you can't communicate. If you can't communicate, you can't really express your problems and issues to find a middle ground to work it out. Viewing playing more. I hope so too. Yeah, I hope so too. Like I said, I don't really want Trudeau in office either. Maxime Bernier, maybe the guy. There you go. Canadian Arctic Radio just made a good point. There may be challengers, but they just haven't gained enough steam yet. Philip, my parliament has no plan for anything other than gay feminist pot stuff. Oh, yeah. That's interesting, Philip. I don't really, I'm old school. I believe a guy's a guy. I believe a woman's a woman. And that's just how I am. I don't think there's a middle ground. I don't think there's an in between, and that may be they may label me as bigoted or I have a narrow viewpoint, but that's just how I feel, But as far as being gay, I'm not really gun ho on it, but whatever you do in your private life, I guess is what you do. Feminist, I'm not a real big feminist supporter. I like when the woman is the woman and the guy is the guy. And I don't like the lines to be crossed. I love my wife being a housewife. I love that she stays home and takes care of the house. And I like that I go out and I make a living and I bring home the paycheck. For us, it really is harmony. And I like that about the 40s and the 50s when my grandparents did it. And it's a shame that more people don't do that today, but that feminist movement and empowerment, I believe a woman can be equal, but I don't like the lines being crossed. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't think we'll have too many that will. I'm losing behind in the chat. Well said, locked and loaded. What locked and loaded said? Google it. Milk comes in a bag in Canada. That's not right, locked and loaded. No, I mean, you're right, but milk coming in a bag is just not right. I just think it's crazy. Justin Trudeau, Dodo, just another far left liberal globalist elite. Entitled crybaby. Yes, he is. I totally agree with that. Davis, you're right. Well said, locked and loaded. Also, there's a growing separation movement here in Alberta, so that may be a possible future up here too. Well, it's good to hear, Canadian. I'm glad not everybody buys into what they're selling. The less people that buy into it, the less power they have. It's illegal immigration. Oh, yeah, me too, sports fan. These libs hear us say that and automatically jump to the conclusion that we don't want immigration at all. You're right. I should make that point as well. My wife was not born in the U.S. I met her while I was spending time on an island, actually, in the South Pacific. Crazy story. But anyway, we met there. We decided to keep our relationship going when I came back to the States. And I'm the same way. She came here legally. We went through all the tons of hoops and loops and things you got to go through. But we did it legally. And I have no problem with that. I think if you meet the criteria to become a legal U.S. citizen, by all means, welcome aboard. As far as the people who just wander across the border, I'm not a big fan at all. Philip Cochran, oh yeah, they want to take our guns away. Canada sucks sometimes, y'all, but not most times. Yeah, they speak about that in the States too, Philip, about taking our guns away. I got to be honest with you. If it came down to it and they tried that, it would literally, I believe, be a civil war because of my personal friends, I don't know too many who would hand their guns over willingly. And I'm also one of them. Canadian Arctic Radio. Milk comes in 2 and 4 liter plastic jugs where I'm at. Well, I guess plastic is better than a bag, the jugs. Grow Homestead. I still like to open doors for women. Agreed, Micro. I'm kind of old school on that too, I make sure I grab the door when my wife is walking through. And I mean, it's just the right thing for me. I don't know if that's because we're old school, the way we were brought up, but, I believe you respect the woman. And like I said, the woman is, runs the household and the guy goes out there and makes a living, but when it comes down to it at the end of the day, I think the man is the head of the household. And, the woman is obviously co-captain, but at the same time, I think that for us is harmony. And I see a lot of different relationships and I got it. I don't want to brag, but ours definitely works the best. out of at least my personal experiences. Sports fan agreed. I love being a woman. Talk about that. Yes, we did, sports fan. Like I said, I respect women and treat them with respect, and they are women. Guys are guys, and women are women. Davis, yeah, micro. Out here we do, but the closer you to New York City you get, the more dirty looks you get. Yeah, that's true, Walter. It starts to break down then. Not easy living in Libville, as Justin calls New York. Yeah, it is a little bit of a Libville. I'm not going to lie about that. Thanks, Philip. Yeah, good job, Micro. I mean, you can call it chivalry. You know, you can call it just respect for women, however you want to put it. But yeah, but that's the way it should be. But that's old traditional family. Philip just said it. Traditional family values. That's basically what it is. Canadian, yep, the woman is the heart of the family. Philip, you rock, brother. Thanks again, sir. I definitely do appreciate it. If you guys got any topics you want to talk about, if you got any questions for me, amen, brother. Legal immigration, much respect for that. Great live stream, brother, night, brother, and everyone else. Stay safe, locked and loaded. God bless as well. I'm glad to see your channel is doing well. I'm really excited to see that. I try to grab as many of your vids as I can. Feminist movement. So mass. Yeah, I don't get that. You know, I don't understand why you want to make guys into women. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Want a femme guy marry a woman? Exactly. If you want a woman, marry a woman. You should leave the guys be guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't get that either. I can't even imagine why they want that. I mean, you know, my wife don't want me breaking down and crying or being overly emotional. You know, she likes a guy to be at least a little bit like a guy. But I don't know. They want to blur the lines and they want to cross everything up, and I can't get behind that. Oh, Walter, that would be a hell of an idea, buddy. I would be down for that. Where's your boat located? Yeah, manly man. I'm not a big, huge, bulking stud, but when it comes down to it, yeah, you know, I don't really cry or break down or become emotional or situations get out of hand. I'm calm, cool, and collected. But yeah, I think a guy should be a guy. Tom's River, New Jersey. Oh, yeah, that's not too crazy far. Once you venture out of the Skook. I drink bourbon. I have nothing against bourbon. That's a quality drink as well. I favor the rum because I like a little bit of sweetness in it. And I don't know. I spent a lot of time on the islands, and rum was plentiful there. Old Crow, Walter? Breaking down. Yep. Like Archie Bunker used to say. Walter's got a channel as well, you guys. He does, you know, he does a mutual support if you guys are interested. Like I said, YouTube's a numbers game. The more you can give each other mutual support, the better. It definitely helps in the search end of it. And I always try to hit that thumbs up whenever I go on any video that I watch. Beer and tequila for me. Ha! Beer and tequila. I do like tequila. Good shot at tequila. And I don't want to sound too unmanly, but I do like margaritas at times. It's a little slushy and a little, but sometimes I do like a good margarita. There were days when men were men. Yeah, I don't know. The farther we go and the more left we go and the more liberal we go, you know, they're trying to take manhood away. They want you to be PC, which I've got to be honest, for a true guy, it's hard to be PC. So they want you to be PC, so you got to watch your tongue every 2 seconds. And that's hard for a guy. I mean, we don't really come with a great filter to begin with. So, yeah, they're definitely trying to take the men out of men. You see that more and more, definitely in the schools. The schools are getting utterly ridiculous, but they're mostly liberal. So that's who we got educating our youth of today. That's not a good thing. Hey, thanks. Yeah, like I said, Walter's a good dude. He's got a good channel. Just posted a vid on waterfalls not too long ago I enjoyed. Goes to show how much flooding we're getting in the area. I actually think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. Whoa, Carolina. How's it going, buddy? Raining right now here. Well, if it's raining right now there, it's probably on its way north. We had a dry couple of days now, I believe. But I think it's actually supposed to rain tomorrow, so that makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah, too much rain this year. Oh, my God. It's been crazy. I spent a ton of money on buying a bike, and right after I bought a bike to ride, it has literally been monsoon season in Pennsylvania ever since, which, that makes sense. Wet, yep. Yeah, that's not good for fishing vids, Carolina. Oh, welcome aboard, by the way. Micro, and this thing about everyone getting a trophy takes the reason. Yeah, I'm not for that at all. I don't know if you guys know, I used to race a lot of motocross, and I've been in competitive competition for a long time, and I don't really believe in participation trophies. I think it teaches the wrong thing. It teaches you not to try. It teaches you not to strive to be better. And I think it's just not a good idea. But everybody's worried about their feelings getting hurt, and nobody has tough skin anymore. And yeah, so right along with that, you get participation trophies. Philip, better rain than fire. That's true, Philip. A lot of the West is gripped with forest fires right now, as well as Canada. It's crazy. Half of the continent is on fire, and the other half is flooding. Crazy weather. I seen a thing on the jet streams. I seen this decades ago. What would happen if our jet streams would slow down? And they're kind of looking into if our jet streams actually slowed down. And that's not a good thing if they are. Carolina, I went Thursday, so that was cool. Oh, yeah, I saw your vid. You were catfishing. Those lights on the boat are amazing. Like, I love because you still got darkness around you, but it lights the inside of the boat when you pull a fish on board. I don't know. I thought that was top notch, man. Flush PC. So sick of that nonsense. I don't cuss, but people don't appreciate when I say I love my president because I'm a woman, Hispanic descent, and a New Yorker. Yeah. Right away, if you're Hispanic and you're from New York, you can't like Trump. It's a label. They want to label everybody. Walter Davis, what bike did you ride? I used to ride a Mako. Woo, they were death machines. They were fast bikes. I started out on a Suzuki DS80 or RM80. That was like my first bike for competition, and then I went to Honda after that. I rode red all the way up. 125s, 250s. I never rode the new four strokes in competition because I ended up getting hurt. But yeah, I loved it. Locally, I raced District 6, and then I went on to Pro. Manufactured reality. While the government imports millions of non-whites, the media's constant narrative is all whites are racist. They must know this creates violence towards whites. Yeah, that's what they want. You know, they want a mixed culture to the point that you're not seen as white anymore. And they do label all whites as racist. You can't not like somebody of a different color if you're white. Like, you're instantly labeled a racist, which is wrong because the color of your skin has nothing to do if you're racist or not. You can be racist and be black, brown, green, purple. It doesn't matter. But the only ones they label as racist are whites, and that's just wrong. Philip 992 for you now, Carolina. That's what they want. Yeah, you're right, Micro. That is exactly what they want. Now these strips are pretty bright. Yeah, those strips, man. Carolina, they were the ticket for your boat. That was a brilliant idea. Makes the vid pop. When they're on and you pull a fish in, gives it a nice, like, shadowy in the background, but yet lights up exactly what you're doing. Maico. Huh. No, it's actually Maico, if I remember. That's going back quite a ways, Walter. Sports 7M, build that wall. Oh, I think it's overdue. You know, the Dems used to cry about illegal immigration, and they were highly, highly against it. Now, yeah, they seem to do a complete 180. Oh, yeah, no, we're for illegal immigration now. We're for, open borders. That's because they're chasing votes. They chase votes. So whatever way they think they're going to have the best chance of gaining votes, that's exactly where they go. So if you look back, they were heavily against illegal immigration for a lot of good reasons. Walter, never raced, just rode. Oh, yeah, I did a lot of trail riding myself. I just really enjoyed the competition aspect of it. I loved getting out on a track and tearing it up. Canadian Arctic Radio, dirt bike, motocross. Yeah, motocross. I did race hare scrambles because hare scrambles you could run before the motocross season started and after. So I did run a little bit of both. Hare scrambles or enduros, whatever you want to call them, they're tough. If you know anybody who races them, they are some hardcore endurance athletes at their finest. Carolyn Cochran, I loved my Honda 50. I love Honda. Whatever Honda you have, I loved it. Breaks my heart. I did not buy a Honda street bike this time, but what Yamaha was offering was exactly what I was looking for. And they're close anymore. Sports fan. People have no idea what I am. People have no idea what I am. I'm lost on that one. Oh, you mean when you say you support Trump and all that? I get it. You don't need to, nobody should be put under labels as far as who they support. I mean, that's just wrong. Good to see you guys are subbing each other. Like I said, everybody in here is cool. You know what I mean? You're all great for support. Sports fan, because I don't have any Hispanic accent, people get confused when I speak Spanish and I say I love my president. I bet you they do. But that's good. Like I said, I think labels are wrong. Philip Cochran. Thanks, Carolina. Walter Davis. Someone in Holland brought the name and rights and put the 250 DualShock bike back in production. Really? I can't even imagine going away from a monoshock, especially on a dirt bike. I mean, when they came out, they were definitely the ticket. 7M. When Oberon said it, it was fine to say no illegal. Oh, a bummer. Yeah, exactly. That's what confuses me. They were always against illegal immigration. They were heavily against coyotes, which are the people who smuggle the people across the border, because coyotes at the time were terrible. They probably still are. Excuse me. But they would literally leave people in the desert to die. They would rob people. They would rape people. And I'm sure it's still going on, but now it doesn't fit their agenda to be against it. Which, yeah, like I said, you can see how two-faced they really are. Walter Davis, I had a Honda 480 CR. It had so much power, it was horrible on trails, but crazy fast. Yeah, that's the only problem. Power on a bike needs to almost be controllable to some extent, which is why the newer bikes, the 450 4-strokes, are so rider-friendly, because they have such a linear power band. They're so easy to ride. I wish I would have had one back in the day, because I rode all 2-stroke. And, you know, they were even tough to ride on the trails. Casual Carolina, I'm going to get back to watching videos. Drop in and say howdy. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Carolina. I really wasn't planning on staying on this long, but it was really just a test. I didn't think anybody would show up, to be honest. Thanks for stopping, though, buddy. Walter Davis, your Maker was insanely balanced. The only bike I never dropped. Very good. I can't say there's any bike in the dirt I have never dropped. If you ever raced on a track, people would try to drop you. A lot of times in the corners when they would try for a pass, and it would be a lot of bumping and grinding. Street bikes, I got plenty of street bikes I never dropped. Sports fan, okay. I'll get going and let you do talk man stuff. Thanks for stopping by, sports fan. I really appreciate the support. Good night. Good night to you as well. Hang on up there in liberal New York. Plan a regular live stream? I'll watch. You know, manufactured, this was my first test run at it. I wanted to see how it would go. And, you know, when you do something like this, it's nice to see how it's received. So I didn't really have any plans beyond doing this first one and seeing how it was received. Like I said a while back previously, that I had to tear my DSLR out of the way because I couldn't use it. I wasn't really happy using a webcam, but that's what I'm using. And if the video quality is approvable, is that a word? If the video quality is good enough on you guys' end, I mean, I'll just stick with the webcam. But yeah, I might start to do a regular live stream because I actually enjoy the interaction. Like I said earlier, I don't really enjoy watching myself in the vids. You know, I enjoy more scrolling down after I posted a vid and reading the comments, actually in the comment section, because I like the interaction. But yeah, I actually enjoy this because I can read your comments in real time and I don't have to bother trying to type back. I kind of like that. So yeah, I might actually start to do this more on a regular basis. I'll let you know. I'll probably do a vid on it and give a heads up. I'll try to do it like at a regular time every week. Philip, this is an awesome first live stream. I hope it encourages you to do more. Your ability to change subjects and topics so fast and is incredible. Thanks, buddy. As long as sports fans gone, I am a good bullshitter sometimes. I grew up around a lot of bullshitters and just like to sit around and shoot the shit, so to speak. And I've always been that kind of guy. Me and a bunch of my buddies, a lot of times we get together around a campfire with a case or two of beer, and we like just sitting around shooting the shit, whether it's politics, the news, the old days, racing. A lot of us used to race. And that's what we would do, you know. And this to me is similar because although, I don't actually physically have contact with a lot of you guys, I've gotten to the point where I consider you guys at least my social media friends. I don't know how to explain that, but I enjoy interacting with you guys. A lot of you are like-minded, like myself, and it's enjoyable having conversations, even if it's only in the comment section. And I enjoy that. This is another aspect to it I'm actually kind of digging. And like I said, I advise this for any of you guys because it also helps your channel get a better search rating. Just something to think about. YouTube is a big numbers game, and I cannot preach that enough. Canadian already done sports fan quality is before I go, everyone please. Thanks, sports fan. I really appreciate that. Sorry about the off-color language. I am a pirate and all, or at least I try to be. Philip, I like talking to you too, my friend. Yeah, I enjoy it. You're doing a lot of music, concert style vids lately. I really like the one where you get out by the docks. Whenever you do a vid and you get out by the port, the harbor by you, that I enjoy. I don't know. There's something about a ship with a sail that I really like seeing. So I do get into that. And I do like talking to you as well. Canadian Arctic Radio. How did you like doing your live chat this morning, or I'm probably not using the right term, your live stream? Did you enjoy that? There is so much like we are YouTube. Yeah, we are YouTube. Everybody here is YouTube. See you, sports fan. Thanks again for stopping in. And yeah, we are YouTube. Without us, Philip, there is no YouTube. No matter how they want to push us around on this platform, without us, yeah, there is no YouTube. And I think they fail to realize that. And, at the same aspect, I don't get into all the, how do I want to say it, liberal, gushy channels that are on here. But at the same time, the platform is better off the broader it is. So the broader the platform, the better it is. And I think YouTube is missing that point at times. Like-minded, love that. Yeah, we're definitely like-minded. Walter Davis. Okay, you got to get on the boat. Bring the flag. I'll definitely bring the flag, buddy. I'll bring rum if you're into rum. I don't know if that's up your alley, but if you got bourbon there, I don't have a problem with bourbon either. The Art Radio is fun. I'm going to be back on her show in a month. That's good. Canadian, make sure you put out a video saying when you're going to be on your show before you're on the show. That's how I caught it. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd have caught that stream or not. Man, I'm glad I caught it. I was there for the whole thing, man. Reality, audio and video quality are good, and the host is a pirate. matey, definitely. I'm glad to hear the audio and video is good. I'm glad that it's not lagging. I was really worried about the lag concept. I mean, I pay for better internet, but at the same time, I didn't know how much it would involve going through my PC to the internet. I mean, I don't use a laptop or anything like that. I actually run everything through my PC, right to my TV. And then obviously, I guess for a live stream, right to the internet. Walter Davis, give me a call and we can set it up. I'll definitely do that, Walter. I have no problem with that. The only thing that's weird about me and not about everybody else, it seems, is I work usually the weekends. I was sick the past couple of days and actually took time off work. But normally my work schedule is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know how that conflicts with you. That's the only thing. Whenever I set anything up, I'm always on an odd schedule. I got to go. Hope to see more live streams from you. Thanks, Canadian. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm glad you showed up. You know, I appreciated catching your live stream this morning as well. And like I said, I'll probably definitely try to do this on a at least once a week, maybe basis. And I'll probably come with some topics. Like this tonight, I had no topics and no idea what to say. I really wasn't expecting to get anybody to come on, to be honest with you. So I really appreciate anybody who showed up. Walter, I will definitely have to give you a call. You'll have to let me know what days you're available, though. Cool, that's it. Better during the week. Less people, boats on the water. Oh, absolutely, Walter. That's how I feel. Everything I do during the week is 10 times easier than when I take a day off on like a Sunday or a Saturday and I try to get something done. Like, it's crowded everywhere. And yeah, I feel the same way. I work for myself. Ah, very good. Yeah, my off days are Monday through Thursday usually. And then I do crazy hours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that gives me my off days then through the week. We'll have to set something up. I'm definitely down for that. I'm not really sure how to do a live stream, but I can definitely record it. No lag. Everything is good. Oh, that's great to hear, Philip. I am really glad to hear that. I go on so many of the live streams, like I said before, and they are just buffering. It'll go a little bit, and then it'll buffer, and it'll go a little bit, and then it'll buffer. And it really, I don't want to knock anybody's live stream out there, but it almost takes away from the experience of the live stream. So I'm glad mine isn't lagging. Really glad, actually. Well, I am over the 2-hour mark on a test stream that I thought was going to go for 5 or 10 minutes, which I can't honestly believe myself. And I appreciate all you guys who showed up, especially all you guys who are still here throughout the whole thing. I think I am going to call it. Like I said, I appreciate it. Now I know where I stand with it. And I'll probably try to make it a regular once a week, maybe basis, especially if there's a hot news topic, because I do value you guys' opinions. Oh, thanks, Philip. I'm a fan of yours as well. So that goes both ways. It goes both ways for a lot of you guys out there. I appreciate all your content. I think all you guys put out quality content. You know, I enjoy almost everything I watch on here, especially when I'm mutually supporting a channel. But yeah, I'll try to do this more on a regular basis. I'll try to figure out something and nail it down. I would like to try my DSLR yet. You all have a good night. Yep, absolutely, Walter. Everybody out there, have a good night. Like I said, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Everybody on here should give each other mutual support. I will be here next time. Gotcha. It will always be at night for me, probably manufactured. Good night, True Signs. All you guys, good night. I appreciate it. God bless. Thank you. Angry Pirate signing off. Where's the end stream button? Can't even see it.